Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stonehearth. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be jumping back in to one of my favorite management games, one of the most adorable management games out there, and we're just going to jump right into it. We are playing as the third race in Stonehearth. We have previously played as Rhea's children and the Ascendancy. We are today the Northmen's Alliance, who are quite keen on the snow, which, as you can see, there is quite a lot of. The game has seriously had a lot of updates. There's been so many. The building has changed, the UI has changed. We, of course, have the Northmen's Alliance. There's a lot that's different, and I'm really excited by it because it's almost done. The game is technically going to be finished by the end of July. I don't exactly know when this video is going out, but I believe there's been a little bit of controversy around when the developers are going to be sort of dropping support for it, but I'm not going to get into that. That's not important right now. What's important right now is that we start working. So let's go ahead and say that we want to start harvesting some plants around here. I'm not sure how useful all of those plants are going to be, but I will take out a few trees here and there because we are going to need some wood. We are going to need some supplies. We'll head over there and just harvest what's over here as well. Harvest some things down here. And we'll just go around harvesting whatever happens to be nearby. Now, the Northmen's Alliance does have a whole bunch of pre-built structures. I believe we have the templates here. We have the dining hall, we have the shared sleeping quarters, a thatched stone cottage, a stone hut, but they're all stone, which is the issue. So we're gonna need to do something with that shortly. Now, a figure has appeared. It is a stoic scout. A woman stands at the edge of camp. She wears the travel-worn blues of a scout of the library. Nobody saw her arrive, but it's clear she's been watching for some time. "Welcome, traveler!" "Ronia," she says, pointing at herself. Her voice is strangled, as if to explain. She pulls her collar away from her throat, revealing a mess of old scars. She gestures at her knife. "I scout." Then she taps the star-shaped brooch on her cloak. "For Valin's library." "Ah." She speaks as much with her hands and eyes as with her voice. "I'm glad you've come to study and settle. Now that I know you are here, I will send tales of your learnings to the scholars at home." She steps over to the banner and touches its blank center. "First, though, you must choose your symbol. What future did you foresee when you began this voyage?" That is a question. Her voice takes on the cadence of one reciting words spoken 1,000 times before. "Valen created our alliance to share in plenty, adopt in hardship." Let's try that again. "Valen created our alliance to share in plenty, adapt in hardship, and seek the horizon. The Northern Alliance will become one with the cycles and stars of Hearth." She tilts her head in inquiry. "Which of our philosophies does your outpost most aspire to embody?" We have the Banner of Vitality. Trees will give 25% more wood, plants and crops will grow 25% faster, and plants will have 2 times their normal appeal. The Banner of Strength will give more ore, stone, and clay. Hearthlings will no longer mind cramped spaces. And the Banner of Cunning. Roads will give 3 times their normal speed boost. My items will sell for 50% more, and traders will bring 2 times the good and gold. I'm torn between strength and cunning. The faster movement could be very useful, even in combat. Selling items for 50% more could be very useful because it means that we wouldn't necessarily have to have cramped spaces. So I think we're going for the Banner of Cunning, and the name of our settlement, well, I think it's going to be quite simple. It's going to be NERDS of the NORF. There we go. We are the nerds of the NORF. The outpost has been established. Fantastic. Roads will give our boosts, 50% more items in terms of profits, and more goods and gold. Alrighty. Don't mind if I do. Now, one thing we do need to do is... That looks like a giant reindeer. That looks... Oh, is the banner changing? It absolutely is. There we go. Alright. Can I harvest this, I wonder? There's like giant paw prints there as well. Interesting. I wonder what killed that. Anyway, we are going to need to continue harvesting. So let's go ahead and just start tearing out all of the trees over here. Because I want to get a nice clear area where we can carve into the mountain a little bit. I am slightly tempted to say that we could build our settlement into the mountain as we've done before. But I don't know if I want to do that. Also, this game has multiplayer. Just throwing that out there. That is a thing. We're not going to be dabbling in it. At least not in videos. We might do it on live streams sometime. Now we have a gift. Ronia produces a small pouch. Thank you, Ronia whispers, and from her gesture, it is clear she means for your hospitality and presence. She places a small pouch beside the banner. On its side is an emblem of the nearest large town. Some days distant. Our towns are stars in the constellation of our people, she says. For you, from them, so that one day you will join those ranks. We have 3 cornbread, 1 peasant bread, and 3 roast sausage. She rises. Ronia is now standing by the edge of the fire. She's written the town name and a brief account of its inhabitants in the white flesh of a birch bark shaving. Methodically, she commits it to the flames which burn paler for a moment. Nerds of the NORF, she intones. By Valen's wisdom and under the watchful eyes of the stars above, be committed to the records of the library. Those that matter will hear. She bows and makes to fade back into the edge of the wilderness. Farewell, she gestures. I will return for your stories. Man, that's dramatic. That is dramatic. Now we need a stockpile. That's going to be one of the first things we need here. So we're going to throw a stockpile just here. We'll go for a full 20 by 20. And we'll let everything be on that. We also need to assign some jobs. So we have Alexandra. We have Henk Odinson, the lesser known of the Thor and Loki and Henk trio. We have Limnar. We have Sven and Valin. Not to be confused with Valin, the one from the Tales. Now, she is keen for crafting. You are a green thumb. You are a passionate cleric, so we probably want you to go ahead and immediately become a herbalist. So we'll let you do that. We have you. You are a professor. You will, let's see, will help people gain experience in the basics of their class, though their explanations tend to be a bit long-winded. You are a good fighter. You're a green thumb. You are a crafter. I guess you, Hank, are gonna become a trapper, which seems like a good idea. And then you are obviously a fighter, so I think you could become, an archer. And we need someone with the crafter to become a mason. So there we go. We'll get all of that done. And what I want to do is get the trapper set up immediately with a nice sizable 50 by 50 trapping ground right there. And it's going to be a bug trapping ground. They will produce bug meat used by the cook. And I don't remember how to pronounce this. Chitin used in some armor recipes. So it's going to be bugs and we'll say, okay. And let's go ahead and start looking at some of our workshops here. So we have our level 1 mason. We can go ahead and start looking to see what we can do here. So if we go to the workshop, we are going to need a couple of things. We need a workbench. And it would be nice to get some kind of building here. So what I think we might try and do is use one of the templates just to start with because we do have, we've actually got a herbalist workshop and a mason's workshop, but we do have the shared sleeping quarters, which is going to be very important. So we're going to get this, and we're hopefully going to be able to place it right over here. Obviously kind of close to the stockpile, but that's fine. We'll place it right about there. We can actually see there are 6 beds, which is more than enough right now. So that is going to be perfectly fine. Let's start building the shared sleeping quarters. We are going to need a lot of stone for it. We have the wood over here, but the stone is going to be a whole nother thing. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to say we want to mine out a tunnel. And it's going to be essentially just going in there a little bit. So we're going to go in and we're going to hopefully manage to get enough stone to build this thing in a reasonable amount of time. So let's just speed up the game considerably and let's see what can be done. I also want to see, we only have 3 people who are going to be doing any building. That's actually okay. That's not terrible news. This isn't a huge building. It shouldn't be too huge of a task, so hopefully we can do that in a reasonable amount of time, and hopefully we do have the mason's workbench. So let's go ahead and place it just here, and hopefully we can get our mason to start doing some decent work. So what we're gonna need here at some point is gonna be a cook's spoon, which needs a level 2 mason, so I am gonna queue that up. And we are also gonna need some stone chests at some point. We're obviously gonna need a crude spindle, we'll need a potter's cutter, a blacksmith's hammer, a trapper's knife, practice swords. There's a lot that we need. There is a lot that we need. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna say, get me 10 of these benches whenever you can. And I think that'll be okay to start with. So we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Hopefully get that crafting done. And hopefully manage to get a decent little bit of food, because I'm not really sure just how much of that we have right now. But we're making a start, and that's good. That's good enough for me. What is this? Daily update. We have the food. We actually don't have the net worth. That kind of makes sense. I spent most of day 1 reading, which I'm completely fine with. That's kind of to be expected. No, oh, wild game has been sighted. Interesting. So can I send my archer down here to murder it? Is that a thing we can do here? So if we go to here and we say group 1, if I say go here, can I tell you to murder that bunny? Oh, I can. What about the reindeer? Can you kill that? So is this a thing? I can tell you to murder the bunny and that'll give us food. Oh, that worked, but it's running away. Not very long, not very far though. Alright, so the bunny's dead. Can I tell you to kill the reindeer? Is it going to try and fight back? Oh, it's not. Interesting. Can I queue these up? Okay, so the reindeer's dead. The bunny is also dead. Pretty much. And I guess we're coming down to collect the food at this point. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. I didn't know this was something we could do, but we can sort of manually go hunting, which is actually a really cool thing to be able to do. We're going to kill a fox there as well. There we go. So the fox is dead. We've managed to kill everything nearby, which I guess works. I don't see anything else moving. Oh, no, I do. It is a bug, though, so we probably don't want to do anything with that because it's probably going to get trapped. There we go. All right, so we'll let these guys keep building. We have a little bit of raw meat, which is totally fine. I am wondering, though, could we maybe say that you are not going to do any building? You are going to focus on mining and your job? Because there are only 2 of them that are going to do mining right now, which is fine. That is sort of just the way things are going to be to start with, but we want to make sure things at least get somewhat done. And I'm also realizing we actually have weather forecasts up here. So it's windy today, it's going to be sunny tomorrow, and overmorrow is going to be sunny as well. All right, fantastic. It's going to be a couple of good days. I really can't complain. All right, so we actually just got some copper ore as well. That's actually really good getting that at, surface level. That's a really good thing. That's going to make my life so much easier. Not that far down the line, honestly. Now, the beds are done. Are you working on... You're not working on much else. Let's get the chairs to the top there. Let's maybe... Oh, I don't know what else I could queue up for you. I guess we'll just let you work on the chairs. Oh, they are going to be sleeping on the ground tonight, aren't they? I guess it's technically the end of day 2 at that point. So they aren't going to be too happy about that. They are going to get miserable fairly quickly, but it's not going to take that long. It's not going to take that long to get this place up and running. It does seem to be missing something. I think it may be missing stone, perhaps? It might be missing some stone. I'm not really sure what this means. This is never explained, unless I can click on this and find out, which I don't think I can. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't have stone, doesn't have the lanterns. I'm assuming that's what that means. I'm assuming that's what that means. It just doesn't have the materials for it right now. So maybe we should... You know what? Let's turn off the building task for the miners. Let's let the trapper do some building whenever they get a chance. So these guys over here are just going to keep mining and gathering stone and also some copper. While the trapper, at some point I assume, is going to do some building. Also, I just want to point out, the trapper has like the most... Like for one, the trapper is skipping. Right? The trapper is actually actively going, like, skipping there, right? And he's so happy! Oh! Oh, you go, fella! Never seen someone so happy in my life. We have the food, we have the net worth. Let's actually bring in Asta Bodferson, who is over there. How you doing? Alright, Trapper level 2 is great news. You are... Why is your health a little low there, bud? What's going on with that? You hungry? Are you hungry? Not really sure what that's all about. So, the sun's too bright, dreary dining. I guess you're doing all right now. Oh, I love the little Skip, man. He looks so happy. He just looks so happy. I love it. It's also perfect for a screenshot, but I don't remember how to reload the UI. I think it's F5. I think it's F5. Is it F5? It's F5. Perfect. All right, there's screenshot number 1 for the series. Need to remember to do that. There is actually a reason. I don't know if if you don't watch a lot of the other stuff I do, you won't have seen me in Jurassic World especially, which is a great game, by the way. But I not always, but I often make a point of getting the screenshot for the video's thumbnail in the video. And there is a reason for that. And the reason's basically because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. And by the time I take the screenshot later, it's gonna be like filled with spoilers from episodes ahead. Basically, that's the reason. So like, if I didn't take that screenshot there, it might have been the case that a screenshot I would have taken later would have something I build, later, because I'm taking the screenshot later. That's basically why. That's why I make a point of trying to get the screenshots as soon as I can. You are stuck, aren't you? You are 100% stuck. And you are... Oh, you're my new person. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can get you unstuck fairly quick. I mean, I'm definitely hopeful that we can get you unstuck fairly quick. I would assume as a bit more stone comes over, we'll see more construction go ahead. Although it looks like these guys are bringing nothing back but copper. No, we do have stone in there. So I guess maybe when the trapper gets a moment, we'll see a little bit of construction go ahead. That would be nice. What are you up to? So you're restocking items currently. He's so happy. I think that's because they are all absolutely just overjoyed right now. Which is great. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that is great news. I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We are going to let you guys get back to building whenever you can, because I don't think Asta is going to be too happy to stay up there for too much longer. Now, invaders are approaching. All we have is an archer. So, it looks like they're coming from there. Let's get the archer over here. Archer, please. Could you go defend? Go there, please. Thank you. And I want you to defend that spot. There you go. So these things are... they're not that tough. They're being dealt with pretty quickly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set my archer to just defend here. So that whole area can be defended. And apparently we have boxes of bins. Have we got anything we could sell? We have doors. We have some food stuff. We have cooking ingredients. We have beds. We have stone benches, which I guess are sellable, but I kind of wanted those. I did kind of want those. And I guess we're not going to be selling them yet. That's fine. I'm not too worried about selling those just yet. What I'm worried about is the mining over here, which looks like it's stopped. Okay, well, what we're going to have to do is x-ray through... That is not what I wanted. Slice through here a little bit. And I'm going to set up a job to just mine out some tunnels here. So do that. We'll go this way. We'll go that way. We can start, you know, cutting away at this. So we'll go 24 there. We'll go 24 there. And we'll go back to about there as well. I could mine this out in its entirety. That is totally a thing we could do. I'm just not going to do that yet. That's not really something I'm too keen on doing yet. I'll go across like this, just because I can. Wait, that reveals what's in there. Interesting. That actually straight up reveals what's in there. I did not know that. I don't know if that's intentional either. I am realizing I can sort of carve all this out though. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to carve around the edges a little bit. Just thicken this space up. It'll get us a lot. There's so much copper in there. Good lord. All right, well, we'll let them dig that out as soon as they can. Construction is actually painfully slow right now, which is awful. So what I think I'm going to do to try and cheer them all up a little bit is I'm going to put these benches down. And I'm going to put them just essentially here in a little row. So there's going to be 5 there. We'll rotate them. And we'll do 5 here as well. So there's just a little bit of space for them to sit down and enjoy their food. Now the good news is we can bring in a 7th Hearthling. I am going to do that, and that is going to be the last one for a little while. Just because this guy is going to be good to have in terms of construction going a bit quicker, and also the mining over here at some point will go a little quicker as well. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You are... What are you? So you are excitable and empathetic. You are hot-headed. You're not going to be building, Asta. You are going to be dedicated to mining. And I think, Usar, you are going to be dedicated to mining as well. So both of them can stick on the mining job. They'll get us a bunch of stone. And we'll hopefully get this place built fairly quick. Because the next 2 days... Yeah, we got a blizzard coming in. So plants will grow slower, we don't have any. Vision radius will be reduced, that's a problem. Unsheltered hearthlings are too cold to work as effectively, and animals will be hurt by the cold. So we need to get on this. We need this construction to seriously pick up the pace right now. Oh, did you just wave at somebody? Oh! Man, I love it. I love it. They're adorable, man. They are adorable. We don't really have anything we could sell here, though. We still don't really have anything of value. But at least they're sitting down to eat, right? Even if it's raw reindeer meat or whatever it is they're eating, it's still food. Now let me go ahead and send you out to murder the fox that's just there. There's a couple of reindeer down here as well, which is great news. We can totally murder those at some point. There we go. The fox is dead. We'll send you down to murder the reindeer. It'd be nice if we didn't have to murder the reindeer, but we kind of need to murder the reindeer just to get some meat, really. So there we go. We'll murder that. We'll murder you as well. And I'm really hoping we can just pick up the pace on this. It looks like... It looks kind of like they're trying to continue with the building, but like they just don't know what they're doing right now. Like, isn't this building supposed to have... No, it doesn't have windows. The roof on that is going to be interesting. I do hope the building AI in the game has gotten a little better, because if it hasn't, this is going to be something. Oh, there's the blizzard coming in. All right. So blizzard for 2 days and then cloudy afterwards. That's going to be a bit rough. That is going to be a bit rough. You guys are doing a fantastic job of mining, though. You seem to be stocking up on hunks of stone, at least. I'm not really sure. They are doing some work. They're taking the scaffolding down at this point. Now, we could get an 8th hearthling. I'm actually going to say no on that. Because I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. Now, what I do want to do is I want to select this place and see what we can do here. So, this will get bug meat, which can be used by the cook. A small animal trapping ground will get jerky and pelts. So, what I'm thinking we could do is we could probably just get another trapping ground. Because why not? I don't know if one trapper can... We have invaders approaching. Let's do a smaller trapping ground. Let's go 50 by 20. If I can, which I totally can. Small animal, there we go. And we had invaders approaching. So it's going to be these guys over here who are actually heading for my miners. Let's do alert mode real quick. Let's have the archer come over and deal with this one. If you wouldn't mind there, bud. Oh, they are a little tougher than the last ones. Let's have you go deal with that one. Can probably turn off alert mode. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. There we go. But I am thinking we really need to get more defenses in here. Did you just wave at the bug? Have you got a pet bug? The archer has a pet bug. That's adorable. Oh, that's adorable, man. This game has... I don't know how it's done it, but it's gotten more adorable. That's not fair. I could barely cope with it to begin with. This is just ridiculous.